right. Okay. Hello angels, queens and babies, welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, my name is Hamilton and this is my Tranquil Vibe channel. Welcome. So a couple of weeks ago, maybe last week, I put on my Instagram story asking for some like questions, topics to talk about, because we're still in Feb. Like, I know Valentine's Day is gone, but let's get into the real tea now. And let's talk about love. Like, it's not always the best, it's not always like sunshine and roses always. So I thought, like, let's see what topics people want to talk about and have a little chat about love, boys, relationships. And I thought that could be a really fun video idea. Now, I'm actually quite nervous to film this just because, like, I don't want to offend anyone. Obviously, like, my opinion might be different to someone else's, so like, just a disclaimer, I am not any kind of guru, I am not a life advice coach, even though I have like coached my friends over the years and I would say I'm pretty good. But please don't take this seriously. Obviously, if you disagree, that's completely fine. This is just my thought process, but you know what? Doesn't mean it's right, doesn't mean it's the right one. Thanks, Caris, for the mug. We're having a cuppa in this one. But I thought this could be quite fun. I've never been like nervous to film a video really. Like, I just don't want to say the wrong thing and people be like, oh, that's horrible, oh, she's whatever. So please just take this lightly. But I thought, let's just talk about love, relationships and vibes. Like, let's get into it. So if you want to see some more of this video, stick around. The first question is, what do you think about dating apps - Tinder? Something it's like Tinder. Is it Bumble that always comes up on TikTok? I've actually never had a dating app. This guy's just a relationship, but I was in a relationship before they kind of came about, but I'd say they're fun. I think they look, from what I've seen from my friends using them, they're fun. I think they're a great way for confidence, like a few compliments here and there, great for a crack. Tinder in particular, I feel like is more like fun, maybe like one night stand vibes. I'm just like too like one night stand kind of, I don't know, vibe. I haven't heard of anyone, or none of my friends have really like met through Tinder, I don't think. Actually, I think that might be a lie, but it seems to be more of like a fun place, like a not too serious. So I don't know if it's the best place to go for like serious relationships, but it's always a place to start, like see what's out there, see what you like, what you don't like, and that's how you start to learn the warning signs, the flags of things you don't like or personality traits you don't like. So why not? A bit of fun. If you're single, why not be on Tinder and all the dating apps? I feel like, what's the one that seems a bit more straight to the point? Is it Hinge? Got it, Hinge. Apparently I think Hinge is meant to be like quite good for like people who actually want to get in relationships, so go check them out. If you're single, why not be on dating apps? Like, just take it as a bit of self-confidence. You're just putting yourself out in the field and seeing what people are around. So I think they're fantastic. Why not? Give it a go. Okay, the best way to get over someone. Get under someone. I'd say get back out. I know at the moment it's tough with lockdown, but I also think to get over someone, you have to be ready to be over them. I've been in like a couple of past relationships where the relationship was over before it ended, so I was kind of over the person before it ended, so it was easy for me to kind of move on because I'd already kind of gone through that process. Whereas I feel like if you break up and then you have to get over them, you just need to get out, you need to distract yourself, you need to be around your friends, you need to have great friends to be around. You need to, I'm trying to think what I did. I just went out, like, just like take it as a positive thing. Like, you had that time with them, doesn't matter how it ended, that's that over, and just like get out there, meet new people, find out new things about people, be with your friends, party, and just keep yourself distracted. I think the hardest thing for being single when you're just like getting over someone is like night times when you're on your own. Like, it's great distracting yourself through the day, going to work, but it is tough when you're on your own, because that's when you have your partner, is when like you're alone at night and you want to cuddle. But that's when you FaceTime your friends, that's when you speak to your friends, that's when you go out instead of sitting in, watch a film with your flatmates. Like, they're the times, it's the times that you're normally alone and you're settling down, that you need to be with someone. Ring your mum. Do you know what I mean? Like, ring your mum or your dad or your sister, your brother. Do you know what I mean? Like, ring someone you're close to and just have a chat with them and really just try try and focus on yourself rather than thinking about what you're missing. Think about maybe like, oh well, that's actually time to myself now, instead of having to be with someone else. Is this good? Maybe I'm actually really good at that. This is nice. How do you know you have met the one? Now I've had a little think about this, because it's not like, I don't think it's like love at first sight, sparks and roses and rah. For me, knowing you have met the one is when you think of that person, or you look at that person, you think of family. So when I look at James, or when I talk about James, like, I'll put a post on saying I love my friends and family. But like, James is classed as the family. He's not, I don't have to put, sometimes I feel like I have to put, oh, I'm my boyfriend, but I think when you know you found the one when they are your family, they are you are the half, like your best friend. Like, James is me for the good parts, and I've got to deal with the bad parts. But yeah, I'd definitely say when you think about them or you talk about them, you feel like you're talking about family. I think that's the best way to describe how you know you've met the one. And obviously, like, you'll feel love when you talk about them as well, but you know that stuff. Okay, so I've had one, but I'm pretty sure I know who this is. It was from Rachel, and I think she was drunk when she put it, so I'm going to try and make sense of it. She's put boys / interested then ignore you. So I think this is about like when you're talking to someone and then they just like start ignoring you and don't reply. So what do I think about that? See ya. If you don't have the time for me, baby, I don't have the time for you. Why would I be like trying to message back? If someone starts ignoring you, that's it, the end. Like, why would you then be like, you okay? Like, maybe, but then again, you could say, but they might think that you're like, they're making all the effort. So maybe like give them a message. If they start ignoring you, that's it. Do we have time to be messing around with children? Don't say children. Messing around with boys. No, we want men. So a man would not be messing around. Like, if they're interested and they're going to talk to you. If not, but then again, I don't know this whole rule with like messaging after an hour, like, oh, I need to wait an hour. I don't get that, and I don't think that's right. If you want something, why not go out and get it? Like, why would you like linger about like, oh, I won't reply for an hour? I don't get that. So I think if they start ignoring you, you maybe like try and start the conversation, because maybe they thought they've put all the effort in and you haven't really been giving them anything. So maybe try and start one conversation. If it doesn't go well, leave them to it. Next one, because you know what, we don't have time for boys. So moving on to the next question, and I think we've got a little cheeky, juicy one. I have the question, how many chances is too many chances? This is a fantastic question. If you have to say this is your last chance, and you're saying this every other week, it's too late. They've had the chances. I think giving someone a chance is fine if it's like a little minor thing. If it's like they've been winding you up because they're doing this, like, look, this is the last chance, like, I can't deal with this kind of behaviour or whatever, that's fine. But if it's something big and it happens again, please cut it off, because when you start going, this is your last chance, and they go, yeah, and then they're not going to believe you because you say last chance every other week. So I think if you're going to use the line, this is your last chance, or you need to stick to it, because otherwise that's like going, oh yeah, you're not allowed to do that, but then they do it and apologise, and then it's fine because they've apologised, but then do it again because you've let them off. Do you know what I mean? So I think you need to be careful with saying last chance unless you actually mean it. I'd definitely say like 1 or 2. I'd say maybe 2, not the whole 3 thing. I think 3 is too many. Again, it depends on like the size and scale of what it is. If it's like something massive, no chances, see you later. If it's like a minor blip, I think it's fine, but totally up to you, but don't use the last chance line, please, like, just don't. Someone's put, can I date you please? Love, I miss you. I love, I miss you too, baby girl. That was Anna. We've got a couple. These 3 are kind of the same. How to keep things interesting and fun during lockdown, lockdown dating ideas, and how to keep a relationship spicy during lockdown. Now, I was thinking about this because I was like, what have we really done? Like, we're the kind of people, me and James are the kind of people that we kind of just get along, so we're fine just kind of going about our daily life. Like, we go to work, come home. But we kind of have these videos to do, so like we'll sit down and film a video together, and that's something like fun for us to do. But you could even do that, not film a video, but like we did the pancake art, we've done a couples quiz. Like, these are things you can buy and do at home. Date nights, we've done a couple of nights like buying some nice food and having a couple of drinks, getting dressed up, and just like having a nice meal, a nice movie night where you intentionally like sit down together and watch a a movie that you both want to watch, drinking. Like obviously we've had a cocktail night, that still hasn't come out yet. I've got a video coming of me and Jam just making cocktails and having a cocktail night, and that was so much fun to not only film, but just because obviously we drank the videos off camera for like an hour or two in between filming, and we just had a great night just like chatting, getting a bit tipsy and making cocktails. So definitely like activities, drinking, dressing up for each other, nice food together. Even the Almost Famous you haven't seen that either. Even we do a cooking thing and we cooked together this Almost Famous burger, and that was a great night. So definitely just like a lot of it is going to revolve around food and drinks. There's not much you can so it just moved. Whew. Question: sex on the first date? Sorry if there's children watching. It's a big fat no, big fat no for me. Look, I'll tell you. Right, let me be clear. Let me get down with it. If you do not want to pursue someone, go for it. Do whatever you want. Have a great night. Jump out to your heart's content. I'm happy with that. But I feel like if you want to be with someone long term, if you do that on the, I feel even silly talking about it. If you do that on the first night, where'd you go from there? If you do everything and then you get to know them, that doesn't make sense to me. Like, I feel like, ladies, I'm talking to you. Sorry if there's any like men watching, but I feel like I'm a little treasure, right? And like boys, not all of them, but boys, they just want that thing. And if you give them that straight away, there's no mystery, there's no pizzazz, there's no like, oh, what's it gonna be? Like, it's just straight away, right, well, what now? And then you'll find a lot of people, not all people, because I'm sure people have been in relationships where they've started like that, but if you give someone everything to begin with, where'd you go from there? A musical doesn't start bang with the massive, it starts like a nice build up, and then at half time it's like big to make you want to come back, and then, do you know what I mean? Or like the end is like the biggest part, it's not the beginning. So I would definitely say, I would say no if you want it to actually like be a full-time thing. If you're just out for a lovely day and a good night, go for it. I support you all the way. But like, just think that you are this treasure that they want. Why would you give it to them straight away? You want to leave them wanting more, not giving them everything. Do you know what I mean? So that would be my advice. But definitely, if you just wanting a good time, go for it. Nothing wrong with it. But if you want, you're looking for something a bit more serious, definitely wait. It keeps the mystery, it keeps the flirtation, like it keeps the tensions high, running high. That's kind of fun and exciting. So definitely would like keep that fun thing. Oh no, Mum, sorry. Amy, ew. When is the ring coming, James? I think Harris thought James was going to be in the video. That is for me not to ever know, and us to find out. I'm hoping in the next kind of 3 to 5, I'm trying to speak quiet because he's next. Can you hear me? I'm hoping, right, I'll speak loud then. I'm hoping in the next like 3 to 5 years I'm having as my timeline. I think that's doable. I think that's valid and fair. We've been together nearly 4 years now, so in another 3 years, 4, 5, 6, we've been together 7 years. In another 5 years, we've been together 9 years. So quick maths. And I think that's very valid, so stick around for the engagement vlogs. Private life is a happy life. I think that's meant to be like a do you agree? This is a tough one because, oh, and I've actually had this one, someone actually expanded on this and said, basically about social media and your partner, because some relationships, it's like you have to post on it, you're not in a relationship, and then they put, for example, I don't really post, but it doesn't mean I love them any less. I think it is totally up to you and the person you are with. I am obviously a very open person. I have a vlog, like the past year and nearly 2 years now, the past 2 years of my life are on here. Obviously it's edited to what I want you to see. You're not going to see, I'm not going to like pick up my camera if me and James have fallen out, like it's not going to happen. So I think it's good to keep some things private, but like, I don't know, oh, is this a controversial comment? I was going to say, sometimes you find the relationships that are plastered all over social media are the ones that are actually struggling, and they're trying to like convince themselves and the world that they're doing well. So, but then again, some people just absolutely are in love and just want to constantly post about them. Like, I post about James sometimes on my social media, but if you look down my Instagram, he's hardly on it. It's all about me, baby. Like, it's Emma's Insta, Emma's world. It's about me. There's hardly anyone else on it. So, I don't know. I think it's definitely up to the couple how much you post. But as a girl, I don't think you should get upset if, oh, I don't know though. This is a tough one, because I was going to say you shouldn't get upset if like your boyfriend or partner isn't posting about you, but then if they're like posting with the mates every week and like with a pint and like the lads, ooh, but do you know what I mean? Like, that would probably make me upset. Like, oh, so you can post a picture with your minging pint and your minging mates, but you can't post a pic of me. So that's quite a difficult one, but I think it depends on the couple. And I would definitely say something, yeah, private life is a happy life, because then you can kind of keep it to yourself. Like, what I like about James is that no one in this area really knows him, so there's no kind of like gossip, hoo-ha around us, whereas like I feel like when everyone knows your business and knows everything, that's when like other people can start to like worm their way in, and that's like how you can be pulled apart. Does that make sense? I dropped my phone. But with the social media thing, like, James doesn't really post anything, doesn't have much social media, and I'm not upset about it. I don't need him to post a picture of me for me to be happy. And like, I just post what I want to put, I don't know. But yeah, definitely say like keeping some things private. Not as in like don't tell your friends if something goes wrong, because obviously that's what your friends are for, but like you don't need to post everything on social media, and you don't need to post a picture with them every day to show you love them. Like, that's between you two. Like, I know I love James, I don't need to tell Instagram every 10 minutes kind of thing, if you know what I mean. Was that a good answer? I hope so. What to do when you feel like your partner is getting too comfortable in the relationship? I've actually experienced this, not a partner, but like just feeling stale. I think there are points in a relationship where you are just in a routine, especially now in lockdown. You go to work, you come home, you have your tea, you go to bed, and it can be upsetting, frustrating, especially, I can only speak from my point of view. It's like, it's hard, like sometimes you need attention, you need to be told you look nice. Like, I feel like girls especially, women especially, need a bit of reassurance, and I think you can forget to do that because you just live in your life like routine daily. The best thing to do is speak to your partner and say, look, I feel like we're just too comfortable at the moment. I'm feeling stale, I'm feeling like I don't feel good in myself, I don't feel like, and then what you do is you just make a little bit more effort, even if it's like, right, let's go off our phones for a couple of hours, let's sit and have a chat, have a drink. Do you know what I mean? Like, just, or like in normal life, going out for a drink together, going out for a meal, going to a concert. Do you know what I mean? Like, making time for each other that's quality time, not just sat in bed. There's a total difference between sitting in bed and watching a movie and then like intentionally going out to the movie. It's two totally different things. But it's definitely just about talking to them, and if it ends in an argument, it shouldn't, because you just have to say, look, like, it's not anything, like, it's just the way I'm feeling, I need a bit of like comfort, security, and it should just be a conversation. If it's not, you were the boy, not a man, or a girl, not a woman. Woohoo! Fran's put, not a question, but I love my cats more than my other half. I really don't doubt that, I really don't. And another one, what do you do if your partner keeps hogging the bed? Everyone, this is a personal issue that I am facing at the moment, in this moment in time. James likes to think that I take over the bed, and it's just so untrue. So what I've started doing is, in the middle of the night, I wake up, not on purpose, but I do wake up, and if I see that he has got lots of room, what I'll do is I'll draw a line from his back to the side of the bed. He wakes up, he apologises and moves. Don't you, love?
What?
I've started drawing a line on the bed at night and then you move.
I don't think it's true.
It's very true. I've done it twice now. The first time he laughed and then I told him to move. The second time he was half asleep. I literally just went from his back, drew a line, probably about this big, across, and he just went, oh, sorry, and moved. I was like, yeah, that is what I thought. So that is actually a top tip. Oh, just kick him, shove him to that set their side, do one. Don't tell me it's me when you're in my face right now. We're not having it, and we're not dealing with it. Okay, yeah, so do we get onto the juicy ones now? Because I'm actually really scared. Let's talk about these. First one, what are some things that boys do in relationships that you think are tolerated too often? This is drama. I think women in general tolerate too much. I'm sorry, I can't deal. Like, you know when you just hear stories from people and you're like, why are you dealing with that? I think stuff like boys choosing their Xbox over spending time with you. Are you gonna marry your Xbox? I don't think so. Are you gonna marry me? Yeah, probably so. I think I come first. I don't have that. I'm not saying that's an issue with James, because James is like, will say like, oh, I'm gonna spend some time on my own now, and he'll spend some time on his own, and that's when he'll play. He won't be like, no, I'm too busy. And it's the same. The toughest one for us is TikTok. When we're on TikTok, like, right, get off it now. And we're like, oh, you know, it's just addictive, isn't it? But then we'll come off it. Like, oh, you can't come round and play my Xbox. What, are you gonna marry that? Are you gonna marry your Xbox? No, I don't think so. So why are you choosing that up? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm an actual human being. Like, yeah, it might be fun, but you can do it in your spare time. I'm not your spare time. I'm your full time, alright? Do you know what I mean? That's one thing. Another thing, like, oh God, if you don't like your boyfriend doing something and he knows it upsets you and does it anyways, why do you have to just tolerate that? If that's something that genuinely upsets you, why are you putting up with it? Why do you tolerate that? Oh, this is the one I'm most scared about. Once a cheat, always a cheat. True or false? Well, I'm coming to you with the scientific facts. There was a study, and the only main factor of people cheating and like were likely to cheat was if they'd done it before. And that was the only thing they found. If someone had cheated before, they were more likely to do it again. And it's that thing of like, once you've got away with it, you can do it again. Obviously, like, when we think of cheating, we just think of like, someone cheats, disgusting, but obviously it could be a lot more than that. I don't want to talk about this. I've been cheated on. It's not nice. It's just not very nice, and I do think they'd probably cheat again. Can I say that? It's just not nice. It is a true statement, not my opinion. I don't know, but I'm keeping my opinion out of this, but just scientifically, it kind of has been proven. Someone's put, you should do a never have I ever. That sounds very dangerous, but also like a great idea. So if you want to see that, let me know. Oh, this is another tough one. Suggestions on how to deal with money issues within a relationship. So, I think in a relationship, most of the time, you are going to get someone who is better with money and someone who's not as good with money. These are issues that come up in long-term relationships, because essentially you're either going to be with this person forever or you're not, or you're going to break up. There's only two outcomes, isn't there? You're either going to carry on being together forever or you're going to break up. So money is going to become a factor at some point in your relationship, whether that's years down the line, whether it's straight away with paying a bill or paying for a restaurant. To deal with it, this is when you do have to be an adult and talk to them. Like, sometimes you might need to say like, look, you're not very good at, you just need to be straight, like, you're not handling your money very well. It can become a strain on the other person. Say you're like renting, let's make a scenario, let's say you're renting somewhere together. Maybe you are really good at saving, maybe you've saved like 2 months in advance of rent, you've worked every single day, you're on shifts, you're working every single day just to scrape your rent, and maybe your partner's like working a little bit, but they probably could be working more because you know that they've got overtime going and they're not really taking it, or they've just bought like a £60 jumper and you're thinking, hang on, it's not adding up. I think you have to sit down with your partner and say, look, something's not quite matching up here. You need to step up, basically, or you just need to be on par with each other. No, like, even if it is, you're talking to the wrong person, because I bloody love saving money. I will scrape. See, this is the good thing about me and James, because we balance each other out. I get a bit too strict with myself. I will scrape the barrel on money, leave myself like 20p to live on, and then be upset for a month. Whereas James is very good at appreciating saving, but also like being kind to yourself as well. So he will be like, Emma, you have saved a lot of money, like give yourself a break. You can have £100–200, it's not a big deal. So that's good for us because we've had these conversations and we've kind of like balanced out where we are. I think it's about the balance. It's about sitting down and saying like, right, how much shall we save this month? And it depends how open you want to be with money. Sometimes it's about helping the person. It's not about being like, oh, you're shit with money, you can't save, blah, blah. It's about being like, right, let's look at where we're spending money and where we can pull back on. So we've got Monzo, which is a banking app, and it's like really young, it's very easy to use, and it tells you every month where you spent your money. In Leeds, we were spending so much money on takeaway, and it got to, when we were leaving, it got to the point where I was like, I'm not having that kind of money on takeaway again. So you just cut that down back a bit. So if you like sit down with your partner and say, look, I'm struggling here, I feel like we're not on the same level, can we just kind of sort it out? We'll set a strategy to work together, and when you get the money sorted, it doesn't become a problem. It's not an issue anymore. Was that really boring? I think it could have been. Am I a financial advisor? I don't think so, but I think it is just about like seeing where your money is going. And if you are spending like £350 on takeaways, you could be like, right, well that's the first thing, together we need to cut back on. It's not always one person. It could be like, oh yeah, I bought us that takeaway, oh yeah, I got us that one. It's like, right, now we need a responsibility to each other to say, look, maybe let's not spend money on that, maybe let's not get that tonight, and we'll cook together as a nice date idea. Let's dress up tonight and do a date instead. That's enough from financial advisor Emma, because that was a big hefty one. Basically, communication, trust, love your life, that's what it's about. Okay everyone, so that is the end of the video. I hope I haven't offended anyone or said the wrong things. I really do hope that you have enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to the channel if you have enjoyed. I post new content every single Wednesday and Sunday at 6 PM, so make sure to come along if you want to see some more. Let me know if you enjoy these kinds of vids, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye!